Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped. Something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny. I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. So, do you have any parts you'd like to get to know better or change your relationship with?
Well, yeah, there's a part that's been coming up all day today. And lately, but in particular, in a big way today, that is, so I just came off a week of Lyme treatment, and it was kind of a challenging week physically, and kind of took me down. And I felt like since yesterday I was off of it and felt left in this place here we go again. Symptoms have been coming up that I haven't dealt with in a very long time. And so what it looks like today is a part that is scared of going back, is scared of certain conversations have been triggering this part where, these conversations around feeling like people are trying to make me think a certain way or trying to influence me and this feeling of I just shouldn't be having these conversations.
Yeah.
And then, but at the same time knowing look, these conversations aren't dangerous. They're just conversations with people with different viewpoints or bringing up different things that are just triggering this part. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. I think we may have touched on some of this last time we talked.
We have. Yeah.
And before, I think that there was a kind of a critic involved also, maybe critical, facing outwards, critical of these people, but I don't know. I can't recall if it was also kind of critical of you or critical of this part that feels scared and that we worked with.
Yeah, it's things that I'm, conversations that that's what it looks like. It's conversations that I'm involved with, and people are up to different things, and I'm doing my thing with certain communities and groups that I'm involved in. And I get it's this overwhelming sense of oh my God, am I being indoctrinated, or am I on the wrong path, or are these things not good ideas?
Yeah.
You know what to take, it's a fear of it's just a scared part.
Yeah.
And it just really is bothering me because it came up in a huge way today. Since I woke up this morning, it just made me start crying, and I don't even know why I'm crying. And it's, it's a feeling of being lost.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know I don't know what part this is. I don't know if, like, I'm not. It's just a part that feels, it's this part. It's a part that feels lost and doesn't have like a lot of direction, and feeling like, wow, I'm really stuck. I can't get on with my life.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we might be able to help that part out.
Yeah.
You feeling sick today?
No, I'm not. I mean,
Okay.
I'm feeling much better now, actually.
I hear you sniffling, so I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's just because I was crying earlier, and
I'm sorry.
I'm just stuffed up. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. And I mention it because so often I'm feeling kind of unwell in some of these calls, and I find it very hard to do the work when I'm not feeling well. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry you haven't been feeling well.
Well, today I'm feeling fantastic. So
great.
I'm celebrating.
Good. Yeah, I'm feeling much better than I woke up not feeling well, but I feel like a lot better than I felt last week. So
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me what's the direction we can take?
Well, what I'm hearing is a scared part.
Yeah.
And maybe that is also the same part that's feeling lost. I don't know if that's two different parts or if there's like separate places that comes from, the scared and the feeling lost.
Can you give me like 20 seconds?
Sure.
Hold on. I have to take this. I forgot to take. Okay. I'm sorry. Go on. On the positive side, like my anxiety has been way down.
Oh.
It's just strange how when I'm not feeling so great, I don't always feel the anxiety. But then the other parts come in and take their place. Like the anxiety's place.
Yeah, when you're not feeling great. And what parts are those?
Well, when I'm just feeling down, lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
but go on with what you were saying. The lost part.
Yeah, I was seeing if you had any sense of if the scared part feels like it is the same as the feeling lost part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And does it feel like a young part? Does it feel like an exile?
You don't
you may not know the answer to either of those. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of assuming that it does, that it must be, but I'm not. I can't say for sure.
That is also my working assumption for right now.
Okay.
And we can find out. Do you have parts that really don't want you to go to this part and work with it, that don't trust you to do that, or that have something that they want to kind of interject to keep you from doing that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you can kind of just send out a message to all of them that if they do, then they're welcome.
Like the parts don't seem really strong right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen?
Well, yes.
I mean, seriously, usually my parts are extremely in the forefront.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, but
I have an angry part, irritated part that just, I don't even like notice it.
Is that the part we worked with last time, the critic?
That's the one, the main one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe our work was successful.
Last time or the time before. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's relaxed and trusted you to do this work, which, I mean, that would be perfectly in alignment with the kind of theory that we go to the protectors and we help them relax, and then we can get to these other parts, these exiles.
Yeah.
So that could be what's happening.
So have you noticed that when the protectors are more relaxed, the exiles are more apt to come up to show themselves? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't feel very self-led today. I don't feel quite, like I'm typically would feel more grounded and more confident.
Mm-hmm.
And more and clear and more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah, and I don't feel like that today.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you were feeling well, if you're feeling sick.
I'm not feeling sick.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, with the Lyme, though, it does cause weird symptoms. So I'm not saying that I'm not like physically being affected by it, because it's hard to tell, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I know nothing about Lyme, so if you want to share any of that with me, just to let me know, you can, or if not,
well,
that's
no,
okay
it just
too.
like it just can cause mood stuff because especially I don't think I talked to you since I haven't. I was out in DC to see my doctor and talked to him about the anxiety that I've been dealing with in the last year. And pretty much he's seen it in a lot of patients when they're at the end of recovery, that the brain is rewiring, the brain is healing from a lot of turmoil from the infections, which like the nutritious brain matter. They like the lower brain, which is the limbic part of the brain, the reptilian part. And so it was reassuring to me that he told me that. And that, it's just kind of, it's not, what I mean is I sort of there's somewhat of an explanation.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you did mention that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So, and I just want you to know that if in this conversation, because it does, helping out exiles is probably, it's more vulnerable and it probably requires more self-energy. So if it's not there for you, that's totally fine. If any point in this conversation you're not feeling it, you just want to scrap it, that's okay. We can continue another time, or just try to figure it out.
I'll keep that in mind then. It might be, because I might have a little bit of brain fog that's attributing to me feeling this way. And so let me just look and see.
Yeah.
As we go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we can find out soon. So do you notice in or around your body where that feeling of being lost feels like it comes from?
Yeah, kind of my chest, my throat and my chest.
Okay. And right now, as you notice it there, how do you feel towards it?
I would say sadness. Some confusion, some sadness, a little bit of frustration.
Yeah. Okay. Does that feel like it's the part's sadness, or does it feel like you're sad for the part or sad about it?
Yeah, I'm sad about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you say more about that?
Just that yeah, it's the feeling of not feeling confident and not feeling clear, not feeling, there's confusion involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can see that it is an old part.
What else do you notice about it?
Yeah, there's confusion around being told, being as a the lack of, okay, so how can I say it? Like the guidance that I was getting as a kid was just not in line. It would change. There wasn't like, I can just see
Right.
that the confusion that's going on, there wasn't like a reliable
Stability.
lack of stability, like lack of reliability, in not even like trying to think of words right now. I'm having trouble.
Yeah, no, I mean, so that confusion you're noticing is the part's confusion, or does it feel like you're confused?
Both.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like I'm not totally able to separate the part from me.
Right. That's totally normal.
Okay.
And that's called blendedness, right? Being blended.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could just ask the part, let it know that you'd like to get to know it better. You'd like to focus on it better. And kind of like a camera, having the right distance helps. So you can just ask it to kind of unblend so that you can get a better look.
Okay.
You responded well to that?
Yeah.
Great. And now how are you feeling towards it as you can kind of see it better?
Yeah, I can see that's the part that I've been experiencing, is that confusion of being inundated with a lot of information.
Yeah.
A lot of incoherent information that didn't make sense. Yeah.
And as you notice that about it and notice that experience of that it's having, how do you feel towards it?
Like really, really, I feel a lot of empathy.
Yes.
Because it just is like really tough at that age. I'm seeing like around like middle school, high school, even into college, that lost feeling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let it know you see that. You see how hard that was for it. And just let it know that you're here to listen and that you want to really understand more about that experience or that difficulty that part was having at those times?
Yeah, I told it like that. I understand that. I really get that it didn't feel like well guided.
Mm-hmm.
It felt really like just searching for answers.
Yeah. And again, just kind of ask what else it would like to show you. Let it know you really want to understand, as much as you can, as much as it wants to share with you.
Yeah, it's still showing like that it's wanting, really wanting answers to things in life.
Yeah.
And not feeling like it's getting them.
Right. Right. And you could ask maybe more about the emotion behind that. Like, what was it like for that part to be in that state for so long of wanting answers and not being able to get them?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like misunderstood. No one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how are you being with this part? Does it feel like it has a proximity in terms of feet away?
Yeah, just a few feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5 feet away.
Mm-hmm. And if it feels right, you could get closer. Just let it know you really want to understand it. And you can ask, does it feel like you really understand that difficulty, that aloneness?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Great. Great.
It does understand because I'm kind of feeling that's what I've been feeling like. At least might think what is the version of myself,
Mm-hmm.
is feeling that lately.
Right. Right. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of shared with you some of the intensity of those emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel like it trusts you?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Does this part feel like it's kind of stuck in time, kind of stuck back
Yes.
in that time? Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah, I'm mostly seeing it's like hanging out in like it's like late high school and college.
Mm-hmm.
So, from ages 17 to 20, 21, I don't know.
Yeah. And I know that you had also mentioned, ages 6th grade through being a junior in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like older now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's sort of like started back when I was younger, and then it's playing into this feeling that I've had the last few days with, like, I've been feeling stressed about certain conversations with people about that have different ideas, and I'm struggling with what I'm going to do with my life now that I'm getting better. And talking with anyway, it's that same feeling that part had in my high school and college.
Okay.
Of feeling really lost and trying to, have some kind of look for some kind of life guidance.
Yeah. Okay. Does this part protect any other parts?
Let's see. It might be like, let's see. It might be protecting that younger part. I mean, that part seems like a different part because of the age span.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just ask it if it knows of or is protecting that younger part.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong answer, and we're not going to abandon it just if it says yes.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it's yeah. I think it's a little bit protecting that younger part.
Okay.
Because it's older and more mature.
Yeah.
And more responsible.
Yeah.
Even though it's feeling really lost, it's still like definitely very independent because it had to be.
Right. So you can ask this part and just check in with your own intuition if it would make sense now for you to also kind of bring in that younger part and get to know it too, or if you would rather kind of stay fully focused on this part.
Okay.
Just negotiate that with the part, see what feels right.
Okay. Yeah, it wants me to stay with the older part.
That's fine.
The older, really lost part.
That's fine. Great. So it was saying that it does kind of feel stuck back in that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So now see if you can go back into that time with it and be there for that part in the way that it needed somebody.
Yeah, okay. I started to do that before. I'm going to do it again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm encouraging it, that it's going to be okay. That yeah, like it's just lacking confidence and direction. And and that's what it needs.
Well, what did she need, or it need in another person? If you were to go back and again, kind of,
it's like a mentor. It's like a mentor, or a mentor. And what my parents were not able to do for that part is that it just wasn't never told hey, you've got this. You follow your heart and what you.
Okay. So just check with her if that's, sorry, I keep saying her, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's fine.
If that's what she needed, and just, see if you can just do that for her back there in her time. See if there's anything else she needs.
Yeah, I'm telling her that, she doesn't have to do everything perfectly, that she's, completely capable of making decisions, and whatever she decides is okay.
Yeah. And how does she like that?
She does like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that she would like for you to do with her or for her back there? Is there anyone that she would like you to talk to, or just anything else that she wants to see you kind of help her handle?
The stuff about the religion is coming up again. It's confusing thing, and feeling pressured to to carry on with these beliefs and ideas, and there's it's
just see what she would need. What did she need to help with that? And show her that you can do that for her.
Yeah, she keeps to keep saying that it's about reassurance and guidance, that things are going to be okay. And I'm wanting to tell her, now as an adult, that from where I am now, that none of that is even important.
Mm-hmm.
To forget about all of it, you know what I mean? It's kind of unrealistic, but it doesn't seem realistic, but that's sort of where I go.
Yeah.
And where it's kind of feel like she needs to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, if that feels right for you, just showing her alternatives and showing her kind of your view from the present.
Yeah, it's sort of look, there's a lot of different ideas and beliefs out there, and ways of different perspectives on life, and there's no one right way. It's sort of that's what she needs to hear.
That's what she needed.
Yeah.
It's what she needed. It's what she didn't get.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yeah.
That is what was missing. it would have made a difference. And there was no one there, of course, to tell her that.
Right. Yeah.
It was like she was felt completely on her own. And her parents were not really up for open-minded conversations like that.
Right. But you are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Great. Yeah, just show her that, and show her that you want to continue being that for her. And then if it feels right, if she feels ready, you can invite her out of that time to come be with you. Or to go be in a fantasy place or wherever she'd like.
Yeah, wants to go to the mountains, and go skiing and just be in nature.
Yes. Great. Go ahead and take her there.
Okay.
Tell her she doesn't have to go back. How's she feeling?
Yeah, she's like relieved to get out of that
Awesome.
that confusion.
Yeah. And about that confusion, about the feeling alone and the pressure to carry on with beliefs, ask her where in her body or around her body she was carrying that.
Okay. Seems like in her head.
Okay.
And there's like also a lot of tiredness, fatigue involved.
Mm-hmm. And ask her how she would like to give it up. If she would like to give it up to one of the elements or any way that she'd like to let that go.
Yeah, into the air.
Okay. Good. So help her out with that and tell her to do it until it's all out.
She's throwing all the confusion and stuff out of her head.
Yes.
Out of her head, and it's like huge relief.
Yeah. What about the feeling of being alone?
Yeah, let me see.
That might be in a different place in her body. Just make sure we're being thorough.
Yeah, that's more in the chest.
Mm-hmm. And how would she like to give that up?
Into the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is so great, James. Oh my God.
It is great. It's really great.
It's like so, oh my God. You have no idea how this whole day has been. It's been like the worst day ever, like for a long time. Like not a coincidence, that I forgot about this call and then you just showed up. It's like just laying here and you showed up. It's so funny.
How's she doing? Is there anything else that she needs to give up? Any of those old feelings? Now that you're going to be with her.
Just a huge relief. She's just
awesome.
like has a huge relief,
Yeah.
She doesn't have to. There's a kind of relief present for her that is sort of this sense of not having to figure things out.
That's right.
To just be free and in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of scared and confused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you might let her know also that, you're capable of doing this with other parts. And so, there's other parts that she was protecting or other exiles that you can go back for them too.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I let her know that I've been working to, unburden the young part, and that that I'm checking in with her and present, and she doesn't need to be worrying or
right.
Because she shows like in the big picture that younger part kind of shows up as my little brother or even my daughter sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
When in thinking about when I was older, that's who I was, protecting. My brother was 8 years younger than me, and then my daughter. So yeah, like it's interesting because I have dreams, and in my dreams, when I'm trying to protect my daughter, or it fluctuates between my little brother when he was little or my daughter. Like sometimes they switch in my dream.
Interesting. Yeah.
Huh. Like sometimes I wake up and I'm not even sure. Wait, was that Drew, my little brother, or was that my daughter?
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I'm gonna make a note of that because I'm sure that that must correlate to parts and.
Yeah. It totally does correlate to my young part.
Mm-hmm.
Because at different stages in my life, I was, protecting someone younger when there was this underlying part that was scared in me.
Yeah. Ask this this young lady how she would like to stay connected with you going forward.
Okay.
She might not need much. Just whatever you two work out.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is that she wants to be just being to check in with her and remind her that of these things, that
yes,
there's no, it's okay. You don't have to, politically, religious beliefs, decisions, life decisions. There's no right way to go. There's no right answer. There's nothing to figure out. Like, it's all good. You're okay.
Awesome. Yeah. And you're feeling good about doing that?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, such a relief. Oh my God. Thank God you called. I mean, that you texted me.
Yeah.
because I wasn't present today so that we were having this call. And
yeah,
I mean,
I didn't want to miss it.
It was probably maybe meant to be that way because then I would have been thinking all day about this call.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would have been like strategizing. Oh, well, I'm going to talk to James later. I can work this out.
Yep. Same happens to me.
Right?
I'll spend more than a day on it.
I would have been strategizing like, oh, we got to figure this out. And because it was a spontaneous thing, it was like, oh man, this day has just been like really tough. It was an unusually challenging day for me.
Yeah.
So it was great that it happened like this. And
it's really great that you can see and your parts can see that even on those days, you got it. It's in you, that self and that ability to heal and go there. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much, James.
Great. Okay.
I really appreciate you.
I hope you're on my calendar again soon. I appreciate you sharing all this, and thank you to your parts.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing. And listen, have a wonderful holiday.
All right. You too.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.